there. That's not the one. Okay. La, 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 la. Huh, Joan. Hi, Joan. Okay, good evening, good evening. Here we go. Yes, where are we? It's the 29th of September 2016, and this is my little Spirit Talks video project, and I'm very glad to be with you, and I'm assuming you can hear me. Thank you very much. Um, so, life is extremely good. It's been a powerful time. We're nearly through September, and that's an achievement these days. And we're looking forward to, what do we have? We have the second new moon of the month tomorrow, Friday, which is called a black moon, I believe. So that's kind of cool. Yeah, hi everyone. Good to have you. Um, I wasn't on for a week because I couldn't get any audio happening on my video here. So I think that was a hint from the gods of Facebook. So I'm doing my best to take the hint and yeah, play by the rules more consciously. Very good. Thank you. Glad to be here with you. Um, yeah, it's a powerful time once again. Yeah. Let's see what's going on here to talk about tonight. I've just put some posts on my Facebook page. La 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 la. Put that there as well. Um, yes, it's always daunting to jump into this, and exciting to see where we go. Yeah, how it comes together. Thank you. It's good to have you all here. Good to be with you. Welcome to another co-creation productions. Yeah, that's a good name for this. Yeah. Um, I've just listened to Kai Pacha talk about the astrology of the week. Yeah. Um, my friend Brenda did a nice post from a session I did recently. I'll read that. And my partner Arancha did a nice transcription from a group we did a couple days ago with a guided meditation there from my guides. Yeah, very good to see you. Yeah. So I'll read that as well. Um, I have a little Maya Angelou here for us. She's my teacher of choice for tonight. Yeah, brilliant soul, powerful inspiration for many people. Yeah, and let's see what else we're going to talk about. I've got Oren queued up here as well. Got a meditation from Oren, aligning with the divine self, that I want to share with us here as well. So, yeah, we're going to get into it one more time. Yeah, great to be here with you once again. Let's see, let's go with, well, I'm also reading Carl Boudreau, who's a brilliant astrologer. I always get too much information, then I figured my way through it somehow with Spirit's help. What I'm playing right now is Ancient Healing Frequencies for emotional and physical healing. That seems appropriate. Yes, that's always welcome. Yeah. I just want to say, because I haven't done a talk in a week. Maybe this will be the new schedule. I'm not sure. I almost know what I'm doing, as I like to say. I've had a brilliant week, and I want to thank, thank all of you out there who listen to what I have to say, and work with me and have worked with me, and consider allowing me and my guides to support you. Yeah, it's a great pleasure. It's been a brilliant week. I've worked with about 13 people over the last week, which is a very good week for me, so I'm very grateful for that. So thank you, universe. Yeah, and so this is a time, we're going from astrologically. I'll just start here. We're going from Virgo to Libra, and Virgo, as I know, as a sun in Virgo, is about purification and discernment and integrity and healing and clearing and getting down to it. And then we shift into Libra, which is a lot easier and a lot lighter in many ways, and it's about balance and harmony in relationships. And what I want to say here is, what does Carl Boudreau have to say about October? Talks a lot about the oligarchy, talks about how the last 50 years the energies have been very much on the side of repressing the truth rather than revealing the truth. Well, there's an astrologer right there, John Fife. Welcome. And now we're shifting into in October. Yeah, scrolling down to it here. He calls it the big one. Let me get past it. Right. Too many moons for comfort. Anyway, there's a huge shift, another big shift coming up. I think it was Mars and Pluto, conjunct or square, maybe help me out there, about the middle of October. So we've just gone through these 3 eclipses, and we've just gone through, and now we have this this black moon, and it was Kaipacha talking about Mercury conjunct Chiron. And the 3rd time that that's happening in the last few years, I believe. So Chiron is an aspect I know very well. I was chatting with Dennis about this one day, and he said, I don't believe in this. I'm like, okay, fine. But Chiron is where Chiron shows up in your astrological chart, is the place where you have the wound. And I think in my chart was in the 2nd house. It had to do with deep unconscious healing, basically. Yeah, there's Joanne. So if we've all been feeling like we've been digging things up by the roots, which we certainly have been, then, there's a shift in that. And basically, the message that I get here is that, the light workers, the healers, the intuitives, the empaths, the astrologers, the weirdos, the weirdo club that we are, God bless us, yeah, the strange ones. We've been all, really doing our own inner healing work over the last several years, in preparation for the energies of the end of this year and into next year, yeah. So what Kaipacha was talking about is that over the last, where is it now? From about 2010 to 2016, we've been on this inner journey, and now it begins to go out into the world. So that's what I wanted to get to, that the harmony and balance of this time in our relationships between each other, between ourselves and the world, between ourselves and spirit, all of that is, really, really getting looked at deeply. And if you're in the States, or if you're looking at the election and you want to talk, we'll talk for a moment here about the debate, quote unquote. We have free elections, we have free media, we have debates. Our votes. We do our votes. I mean, more and more of us see that these things are basically just theater pieces to keep us distracted and to keep us thinking that reality is the way, the powers that be tell us that reality is. And of course, when you start to have your spiritual journey, you start to realize that it's nothing like that. Or it's not just that. Maybe that's a better way to put it. Thank you. So what's, what's coming out now in the world is that I want to talk about denial, right? My guides have said this before. They say there's the 4 stages of emotional healing, and the first stage is confronting denial. And in our social contract and in our consensus reality, there's in relationships, since Libra is about relationship, and we're coming up to 40 days till this election, you know, um, the balance between our inner truth and the outer world is up for deep examination, obviously for all of us. So again, I don't want to get overwhelmed with the details of things that are outside of our control. I want to keep bringing it back to our ability to consciously choose what we want to believe and to consciously focus on the truth that sets us free. Yeah, and maybe that's a good place to shift over here. Yeah, I'll turn that off. Let me just play. A little bit of Maya Angelou here for us. Yeah. Let's see. Can I manage this? Yeah, we'll try this. We'll turn this around. Sometimes this works. Yeah. It's 3 minutes.
Maybe the hardest part is if if you teach, you have to live your teaching. You can't say you do not as I do, but do as I say. No. You have to say, I'm doing my best to live what I teach. I have a painting by Phoebe of a group that she calls Sister Suki's Funeral. And all the women, there are about 9 women, and they all look like women in my grandmother's prayer meeting group. So whenever I'm obliged to do something, I take that painting and I look at that painting. There's an empty chair. And I think, now what would Grandma do? What would she say? I can almost hear her voice say, now, sister, you know what's right. Just do right. You don't really have to ask anybody. The truth is, right may not be expedient. It may not be profitable, but it will satisfy your soul. It brings you the kind of protection that bodyguards can't give you. Try to be all you can be, to be the best human being you can be. Try to be that in your church, in your temple. Try to be that in your classroom. Do it because it is right to do. You see, people will know you, and they will add their prayers to your life. They'll wish you well. I think if your name is mentioned and people say, oh, hell, oh, damn, I think you're doing something wrong. But if your name is mentioned and people say, oh, she's so sweet, he's so nice, oh, God bless her, there you are. So try to live your life in a way that you will not regret years of useless virtue and inertia and timidity. Take up the battle. Take it up. It's yours. This is your life. This is your world. I'll be leaving it long before you under the ordinary set of circumstances. You make your own choices. You can decide life isn't worth living. And that would be the worst thing you can do. How do you know? So far. Try it. See. So pick it up. Pick up the battle and make it a better world. Just where you are. Yes. And it can be better, and it must be better. But it is up to us.
Okay, I hope that worked. Yeah, that was the great Maya Angelou. It was a beautiful inspiration for millions of people around the world. Beautiful soul and spirit. Yeah. Here's her poem. I just want to read this as well. I Know Why the Cage Bird Sings. It's a beautiful poem. A little bit more Maya. A free bird leaps on the back of the wind and floats downstream till the current ends and dips his wing in the orange sun's rays and dares to claim the sky. But a bird that stalks down his narrow cage can seldom see through his bars of rage. His wings are clipped and his feet are tied, so he opens his throat to sing. The caged bird sings with a fearful trill of things unknown but longed for still, and his tune is heard on the distant hill, for the caged bird sings of freedom. A free bird thinks of another breeze, and the trade winds soft through the sighing trees, and the fat worms waiting on a dawn bright lawn, and he names the sky his own. But a caged bird stands on the grave of dreams. His shadow shouts on a nightmare scream. His wings are clipped and his feet are tied, so he opens his throat to sing. The caged bird sings with a fearful trill of things unknown, but longed for still, and his tune is heard on the distant hill, for the caged bird sings for freedom. Beautiful. Yeah. That's the story, isn't it, my friends? You know, we come here in the illusion of separation, yeah, and we forget who we are. As my guides say, I was thinking of this quote today. You know, many times in sessions, people will say, "Why did I come here? How did I get into this mess? How could I ever have been so foolish or so naive or whatever?" And my guides say this one. They say, "You've created a dream that's so real that you've forgotten you've created it, and you've forgotten that it's a dream." And you know, my 2 cents about the political performance that we're you know, supposed to invest in and trust in and give our power to and our faith to, you know, is obviously not real. You know, it's not worthy of this world. It's a tragic farce, and it's an empty sham, and you have to be really afraid of the truth not to see that, is what I want to say here about denial. And if you're not afraid of the truth, and I believe that those of us who would listen to what I have to say are willing to search for and trust the truth, then, you know, we have to, in quotes, we need to find the courage to trust the truth. And the truth does take courage, yeah, because it's, as Maya was saying here, it's not always easy or convenient, but it's worthy of our trust, yeah. This is what I channeled in a session this week, talking about harmony and balance. My guides say it is so important. The two wings for the bird to fly, this is back to the bird metaphor here, one for the masculine and one for the feminine, one for the mind and one for the spirit. In harmony and balance, we need these wings. It is a new reality, it is a new way of living, yes, and it is also quite ancient and timeless. To live in this world now as you is what you came here to discover. You came here in this now time to create and to inspire with others. The next step for you in your world is the manifestation of living that inspiration on a daily basis, not just the idea of it. This is what you are all making baby steps towards. This is the time of the equinox of harmony and balance. You are integrating. You have been doing this for the last several months now. You've been processing what it is that you want to let go of, as well as what you have let go of. What you have forgiven and let go of, the regret, was necessary. If anything happened in your past, it was necessary, and that's why it happened. That's one of their quotes to me as well. Most of what you ask for is in potential. When it manifests, it becomes literal. So then you decide whether it is valuable or not. Something is only valuable if you can find the value of it. You are making the meaning of your experiences truly. Your heart knows what your mind struggles to believe. When you come to pray, to meditate, to write, to journal, to paint, to listen to a bit of inspiration wherever you find it, you are putting the needle of the record on the song that you want to be listening to. That is your spiritual practice. It will carry and inspire you and always be worthy of your faith and your trust. You're in service to something that your mind and your human self cannot fully comprehend. Make your peace with that, because that is so. Nevertheless, that was very helpful for me to hear. Nevertheless, in the appreciation of what you do understand, that is your greatest. Nevertheless, the appreciation of what you do understand, this is your greatest gift as human beings. The appreciation of what we do understand, what we understand, and that we value what we understand. Yeah, this is our greatest gift in many ways. Your emotions are powerful. Your passion and your compassion, your love and your light are powerful. As you understand, as you are accepting and you are experimenting and exploring, you give yourself permission to take your power back. And then they give us these three affirmations here, which you can say with me if you like. I'm just going to put my hand on my heart as my guides inspire me to do over and over again. And we could say, if you want, you can close your eyes. I believe in my feelings. Take a deep breath. I believe in my perceptions. Take another breath. And I believe in the power of my feelings and perceptions. They say, as you do that in your heart and in your quiet time, personally, intimately, privately, we, Spirit, are here with you. We are helping you to clear away the confusion and the critical voice, the old ideas, fears, thoughts, and worries, to let them go. Then you come into the present moment and you are open, and things get better, things get easier, life gets clearer. Okay, great. Michelle, good to see you, my friend. So that's a little message from my guides there, and that's on my page. Thanks to Brenda and whoever I channeled that for. Yeah, I mean, this is how I do it, including my chat here with you tonight, right now, you know. I just find the things that I'm inspired about, you see, and I go, oh, this is exciting, this is fun, this is interesting, or this is important, you know, and then I, you know, start talking about them, and then it gets me into this kind of altered state. I was saying this to my friends next door, and then before I know it, you know, it's kind of all flowing in a really, really wonderful way. Um, la 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 la, so I want to stay with that. Um, I want to talk here, Oren, talking about um, divine will. You know, we talk about how can I know what's my will and what's God's will, or the goddess, you know, or spirit, or source, or divine love, any word you want to use for your loving higher power. And my friend Dennis was kind enough to give me a copy of the Course in Miracles for my birthday this last weekend. Thank you again if you're out there, Dennis, when you hear this. Very, very thoughtful. So I started looking at it again. And basically what the Course says is, I was looking at a piece about the means and the ends of things. And the Course is saying, you know, if you know what the ends are, then you can trust the means that guide you toward them. And this is, you know, this has been a huge area of confusion in my life. I just want to acknowledge, you know, where often I'll find myself, you know, talking myself into things and being persuaded to do things. But, you know, in hindsight, my heart wasn't really in it. And then when I do trust, when I learn to listen to, trust, and follow my inner guidance, that's where the peace and the inspiration comes in, you see. And that's where it kind of like lifts me up and takes me over. And that's what happens in the channeling. All these sessions and groups that I'm, you know, blessed to do, every time I channel, you know, I'm in that altered state for a long time afterwards, you know. It's really such a great demonstration of how, you know, in service, as I aspire and desire to serve others and to help others to find the truth and to help me be inspired so that you're inspired, as I just said, then, you know, I receive more than I can imagine. And that's the great thing about love, you know, and that's what inspiration is an aspect of. Yeah, love is always better than we can imagine possible, you know. But it's that dance of surrendering to it, of opening up to it, of getting out of the way, right? So let me just read a little bit here from Oren about divine will. And I have, what do I have? Divine self. I want to do the meditation 10 minutes with the divine self here at some point tonight. This is what Oren says, yeah? You can align with it. Oh, okay. So how do I know the difference between my will and God's will? When my will is, or Source's will, when our personal will is aligned to Source's will, there's no anxiety, there's no doubt, there's no impatience, there's no frustration, there's no worry, there's peace, right? And, what's the phrase? Jesus was called the Prince of Peace. And, the Buddha found his enlightenment through peace. And my guides say, peace is your power. Hey, there's Kelly. So divine will is that peace, that love, that inspiration, that joy, that happiness, that freedom, everything that's expansive, everything that we truly cherish and value, everything that we associate with creation, creativity, the miraculous, the transcendent, the higher states, mysticism, all of that. That's what Source is. That's why Source calls us in this direction. And when we answer, we're expanded, we're uplifted. Okay, so the human will, that's the part of us that keeps doing this dance, up and down. Yeah. So here's what Oren says: you can align with the quality of divine will. The will to unify, the will to love. It is one of 7 qualities of divine will that you can call upon to transform your life and circumstances. And as I say, we're going to do alignment with divine self here, I think. The divine will to unify transmits energy that you can align with to know better your oneness with others. And this is such an important theme in our world right now. There's Israel. Hi, my friend. You can call upon the will to unify, to experience more love, and to release energies that make you feel, to release the energies that have made you feel separate from others, such as feeling critical, superior, inferior, or defensive. In my defenselessness, my safety lies, says the Course in Miracles. This energy can bridge the gulf of conflicting beliefs, differing opinions, and righteousness. Oh, that's a good little ego trap, isn't it? The will to unify helps to build understanding and goodwill. Okay, all you need to do to align with this powerful energy of love is to be open to it, to go within and call upon it. All right, so here we go. Right now, find yourself growing more quiet and more peaceful. You can close your eyes if you like, and go within. This is the first meditation. We'll do another one in a minute. Letting your mind grow still for just a moment. Take a deep breath. Letting go of the outside world, going inward to a place where you can access the higher realms of light, the realms of divine will and love. Set your intention to connect with the will to unify, the will of oneness, and then be open. Take a deep breath. You may sense a pillar of light, a column of light, a ray of light descending from above. Open now to receive it, however this energy appears to you. It is the will to unify, to bring together, to create connections. This is a stream of pure love, unifying love, the love that brings oneness. Okay, so really feel your way into that beam of light that is the divine will, the will of love, the energy of oneness. Take a deep breath. Picture yourself in a future situation where you would like to have this energy available so that you can connect with someone or be in a circumstance or situation where you can feel the unity between you and others. So it might be an interview, it might be a meeting, it might be a relationship, it might be a situation that you've been working on healing or something you've been working on manifesting. Invite right now the visualization of this love and light, the will to unify as you into that moment, and take a deep breath. As you picture this situation, begin right now in this moment to call upon the will to unify. It comes down into your being, into your heart, and you feel your heart connection with the other person or persons, and you allow something to change and something to shift. And take a deep breath. Picture this now, letting this energy begin to already change the energy between you and the other. And just breathe into that for a few moments. Open to that. Open to receive that. Be open to experience that, to believe it, to accept it, to allow it. Take a deep breath. Know that as you align with this quality of divine will, you become a transmitter of it. The will to unify flows into your being and then out through you to whoever you are with or of whom you are thinking. It expands your ability to express love through your thoughts, emotions, words, and behaviors. This energy helps to build understanding and goodwill. Take a breath into that. Think of another person. Let that go. Think of another person with whom you would like to experience the will to unify, to feel at peace and at one with this other person. Anyone in your life, your partner, your parents, your children, your student, your teacher, your client, your boss, your coworker. Bring this will into that situation. Take a deep breath. Call upon the will to unify. Feel its descending light. Come down through the top of your head into your heart center. Rays of light go out from your heart center, touching the other person's heart center. Take a deep breath. You can do this in a quick moment whenever the energy between you and another would benefit from the energy of unity and oneness. So we're beginning to let that go. When you connect with the will to unify, you may start seeing new ways to relate to this person. Perhaps you will feel more compassionate, understanding, or forgiving. As you play with the will to unify, you may feel less alone. You may feel connected, feeling loved and at peace and in harmony with the people you interact with. You love and radiate love and peace to others. So we just take a deep breath, put a hand to the heart, give thanks for that, and we let it go. Let it be. So that's a very easy way, just bringing the light in and sending that out into a relationship, into someone in your life, It's a great gift to give to anyone. And, this is the great time that we're living in, my friends. I really hope you feel the hope and the inspiration and the excitement and the potential of this amazing time. Because, what I've been channeling this recently, is my guide saying to be alive is to believe. And as the saying goes, it is done unto us what we create is what we believe. There's my battery going. And that's good. I'll plug in here. And when we consciously choose to believe rather than just stay with the inherited beliefs of our consensus reality, where I started the conversation today, then we have greater freedom. And when we start to give ourselves that freedom, then we start to take our power back, and that's a great thing, This is at oren.band.com. I'll put this on my page. I always put my notes on my Facebook page when we're through, so that'll be there. I'm glad you like that, Let me read another little, see, will I read that? Or play that? What else am I going to do here? Let's see. What I want to say is that, moments like this are meant to inspire us. And I want to talk about what inspiration is for a second here from my guides. So we live in the mind and the ego, and we're thinking, and sometimes we're feeling, and sometimes we're wondering, and all of that, right? the four practices from my guides for a spiritual journey, the four spiritual practices are meditation, prayer, journaling, and inspiration. Yeah. And so inspiration is, the voice of spirit is the simple way that my guides put that. And to this voice is not the voice of spirit. This is my own voice, right? Will I do this? Won't I do that? Can I do this? Etc., etc. The voice of spirit is look at it this way. Think about it like this. See this that you haven't seen before. And inspiration is always going to be uplifting, exciting, empowering, hopeful, meaningful, joyous, expansive. It's always going to be all these things that feel so good. And that's why, we love art, poetry, music, theater, film, novels, stories. Excuse me, we want that oneness. We want that unity that we just prayed about and meditated about. We want that feeling of transcending the illusions of separation, etc. We want, my goodness, rock concerts, right? You know, what a high that is, or a beautiful moving film, that you just lose yourself in, or great novel, as I said. We get out of ourselves, we get out of our own way. And so basically what I want to say is the world that we have right now is kind of like always trying to keep us, in this identification with the mind and the body, and sexism, racism, classism, countryism, imperialism, capitalism, oligarchy, madness, every bit of it, because all of it keeps people feeling greater than and less than. This is why I love the indigenous people of the world who've taught me so much. And this is why the divine feminine is such a hugely important thing for everyone on the planet, women and men, because, as I spoke about, this paradigm shift in many different contexts, we do really need to take care of each other. We do really need to know that we are taking care of each other. We do really need to know that we're not alone. The whole idea of a spiritual journey is that we can open our hearts so deeply to heal ourselves and to let Spirit love us and heal us, that then we become transformed. And then in that transformation, we want to share with others. This is exactly what I'm doing with you here and have done for a long time in my life, and I'm so grateful for it. The answers, the ideas, the possibilities, the information, the new way to look at it, etc., etc. So I say here again, thank you from my heart to yours for hearing what I have to say, because this is completely what I'm passionate about. There's Judy, hi. So, and Valerie, great to have you all here. So let's just do let's see, the channeling that I did recently was kind of like that, but different. And then I have this other Orn meditation. Let's see, I think I'll do this. I think I'll do this and maybe do a channeling. Yeah. Is there anything else I want to talk about here? Listen to Abraham as always, doing the astrology as always. So I'm saying here again, the new moon, the second new moon of the month, the black moon, it's a powerful time of setting intentions. So we're doing that here tonight. That's what we just did in the meditation. We'll do a little bit more of that. Talking about aligning to these qualities of the divine. So inspiration is the voice of spirit. And what inspiration does is it connects us to our divine self. And this is the bridge, right? Because spirit is unconditional and absolute, it doesn't interfere or assert itself upon us. It respects our free will. It honors our choices. We come into this world to learn again who we are, and as we become more spiritual, as we become more inspired and more inspiring, we become more of who we really are. And then life begins to reflect that being more. And again, I know that's what all of us are working on, you know, talking about these ideas here. So I'm just trying to say here again, you know, do those things. This is my prayer to you, my suggestion. Do those things every day in whatever time you can that that help you go within, that help you become conscious of what is it you're feeling and believing, and yeah, working through in your life, and then you know, give spirit a space in that inner journey to surprise you. Gosh, I have to share this story now. So thank you. Yesterday, I was doing a session. I have permission to share this story. Yesterday, I was doing a session with a wonderful client and friend, and we talked for the first hour, which is common, and then I was channeling for the last 30 minutes. And in the channeling of the last 30 minutes, my friend and client was having a challenge trusting her own truth, and also trusting the truth of what was being said. And the message was, you're going to have a miracle happen very soon in your life that's going to help you to trust the truth in your own heart and the truth that we're saying to you, because it's one truth. And the next thing I know, her dog starts barking, and she gets up and goes to the door, and she comes back from the door, and she says, "Oh my God, this is a miracle." And she'd received her passport to move from the UK to America, because she had an American parent, and she'd been told that she wouldn't be able to receive the passport, and there she was showing me her American passport, and we're both going like, "Yeah, that's pretty cool. How about that, everyone? More of that, please." So anyway, I share that with you all because I know we all have this burning desire to believe in our faith and our dreams and our hopes, and that there is a loving higher power who can take care of us and guide us and blow our minds. So I just share that as a beautiful demonstration, because that's what I see these days, that the more I surrender and trust, you know, the easier my life becomes, and the more things get answered before I even have the knowledge that the need is there. Yeah. So it's pretty cool, my friends. It's well worth the investment here. All right. So I've read an Orin channeling. Now I'd like to play an Orin channeling for you, which is sort of part two of what we just did a minute ago. And this is called Aligning with Your Divine Self and Connecting with the Divine Self of Others. So it's similar, but it's not absolutely identical. And after we do, it's about 10 minutes, and after we do this, then I will say a little something and send you on your way, yeah? Thank you, thank you, thank you, yeah? Here we go. Oh. If I can get it loud enough.
Greetings from Orin. In this meditation, you will align with your divine self and connect with the divine self in others. The divine self has also been called Spirit, the one life, the presence, consciousness, God, Goddess, all that is, and by many other names as well. It exists at a higher level than your soul. Start now to align with your divine self. Set your intention to make contact with your divine self and to receive all that your innermost divine self has to offer you. You can know the divine self in moments of silence. It is trying to reach you, to offer you all that it has. When you get silent and open to receive from your divine self its illumination, inspiration, love, peace, guidance, and wisdom can pour into you, lifting you from normal consciousness into divine consciousness. Spend a moment to connect with your divine self. Take a breath in and feel yourself growing more peaceful and quiet within. Let go of any concerns. You are going within to the source of your being. As you reach a state of greater inner peace, you make contact with your divine self. You might experience or imagine the light of your divine self as a radiant pillar of light in the center of your being, coming into view. As you put your awareness on the central pillar of light, you might sense this light growing brighter and more visible. Think of someone you would like to connect with now, divine self to divine self. With an awareness of the central pillar of light within you, picture a central core of light within the other person. The divine self is one. It is the source of light and life within you and all life. When you connect with the divine self in others, you are connecting with the divine self within you as well. For there is only one divine self, the one life. Let the image of both your physical bodies fade away until what is left is the light of spirit within both of you. As you focus on the light of spirit that is shining through both of you, you may be lifted to an awareness that these two lights are actually part of a greater light, the light of the divine self. There are no longer two lights, just one great light shining through both of you. Fall into this light. Open up to it. Let it permeate your being. This light is magnificent. If you would like to repeat this with another person in mind, do so. Think of the other person right now and sense this person's inner light, the core of light within him or her. your two lights become one, as you realize they are part of a greater light that is the same in both of you. With this connection, you are lifted into the brilliant light of spirit, the light of pure, radiant consciousness, the one light that is the source of light and life within both of you. Enjoy this space and allow it to expand your consciousness in some way. As you come back into your individual consciousness, know that some shift has taken place between you and each person you connected with in this way. Something will be different. Something will be better. You can continue to play in this space as long as you would like. And when you are ready, come back, feeling wonderful, full of light, and having a wonderful day.
Okay, beautiful. So go ahead and take a deep breath and just let yourself gently come back from that. And yeah, I'll channel something here myself as well. I hope that was helpful. It's very similar to the previous one. It's nice to hear their voice. I love their voice. I think they're amazing. Thank you again for being here with me and for being on this journey on planet Earth in the last few days of September 2016. If you want to support me or my work, I invite you to go to my website, which is LouMartin.eu, to buy my ebook, The Invitation, for €4, or book a session with me, one-on-one session. Yeah, for donations, different times, different suggestions. You can also make a donation to PayPal via my email for anything you like there at lightheart2012.gmail.com. Chris Mulvihill, God love you, dear. All right, so here we go, coming down the home stretch. It's great to have all my favorite people know that they're out there on the other side of my little iPhone as I sit here with the laptop on my laptop. Yeah, what a joy. So let's see what my guides have to say about all this. Yeah, here we go. So go ahead, close your eyes, take a deep breath. Dear friends, here we come. Yeah, and a joy for us as well, a pleasure and an honor, dear friends, truly. Yeah, the co-creators. Yeah, the guardians of the earth, dear friends. Yeah, the way showers, the light workers. Bless you. Yeah, dear friends. Yeah, here comes a single star, dear friends, to represent the soul and spirit. Yeah, in this powerful time. A blue-white star, dear friends, spirals down, touches the crown. Take a nice deep breath. Closing your eyes, of course, relax and release, relax and release. Let the star move down the crown, the third eye, the throat. Take a deep breath. Letting each of these centers light up one at a time. Yeah, as we speak of them, as we move through them, dear friends, you might feel a tingly, you might feel the energy, yeah, touching you from the inside out, dear friends, yeah. And let yourselves just open. You've done beautiful work here tonight, dear friends, yeah. You've aligned here in this time and space, both in this moment and whoever listens to this in the future. Dear friends, time and space being illusions, yeah? Love and light transcend the illusions of time and space, dear friends, yeah, as well you know, yeah? So in the oneness of love and light, dear friends, we come and we sit with you and we be with you here in this moment, yeah? Take a breath into the heart chakra, put a hand on the heart, the blue-white light in the heart, take a deep breath. I love myself, I accept myself, I believe in myself, and I'm willing to set myself free in this lifetime. Take a deep breath. I love myself, I accept myself, I believe in myself, and I'm willing to set myself free in this lifetime. Take another breath. I love myself, I accept myself, I believe in myself, and I'm willing to set myself free here and now. Take a deep breath, dear friends. Relax and release. Let the energy flow down the 3 lower centers. Rest your hands, dear friends, yeah, wherever you like. The will center, the sexual center, the root, dear friends, yeah. Down the hips, the legs, the feet. Blue, white light pouring, flowing, yeah, down into Mother Earth, dear friends, helping you to expand, helping you to feel that inspiration, dear friends, to feel that excitement, that hope, that joy, that ever-expanding sense of your infinite self, dear friends, yeah, and the wonder of, reconnecting, dear friends, yeah, the wonder of your divinity, dear friends, eternal, perfect, whole, and complete, and dear friends of unconditional love, yeah, just because you are, just because you exist, just because we love you, dear friends. Take a deep breath. You are love itself, dear friends, and you are the light of all that is as you. Let this blue-white light expand now in all directions, dear friends, like a pebble in a pond, dear friends. Let your soul and spirit, yeah, bless this time and space, bless your home, bless your family and friends, bless your work, bless your body, mind, and spirit, dear friends. Bless all the parts of you, dear friends, all the bits of you, all the pieces of you. Bring it all together into the oneness of love and light. Bring it all into harmony and balance, dear friends, yeah? The 2 wings of the bird, the masculine and the feminine, dear friends. The mind and the body, the soul and the spirit, dear friends. The heart and the emotions, dear friends, yeah? The feelings and the emotions, dear friends. The heart and the mind, dear friends. Harmony and balance. Take a deep breath, yeah? And let your love and light go out into the world, dear friends, and bless the hearts and the minds of everyone, everywhere, who's open and receptive, who, like you, dear friends, might be a step behind you, a step ahead of you, dear friends, on the journey home, on the journey to the heart, on the journey back to love and to peace. And, dear friends, especially blessing those individuals in those situations where love seems so forgotten, where the sense of separation seems so profound, dear friends, yeah. We don't make you, you don't make the world, dear friends. You invite, you call, you whisper, you sing, you pray, you desire, you dream, you imagine, you hope, dear friends. And you call forth that which is wanting to be called forth from the hearts of humanity, dear friends. The men, women, and children of this earth, dear friends, spinning in a beautiful dance around the sun, spinning in a beautiful dance around the planets, spinning in a beautiful dance, dear friends, around the heavens, spinning in a beautiful dance around all that is. Take a deep breath. And dear friends, outside of time and space, let one spirit guide come forth into your life right here and now, dear friends. Don't worry about names or faces or identities, dear friends. Just invite in this beautiful, loving, high vibration, dear friends. One spirit guide. Perhaps it's a guide of healing, dear friends, or a guide of prosperity or happiness, dear friends, or a guide of creativity or inspiration. Yeah, our guide of spiritual wisdom and enlightenment, dear friends. Let one guide, yeah, you need not know the name. Just invite the presence of one spirit guide to come and be with you, to help you on the next step of this divine dance, dear friends, this beautiful journey home. Imagine a being of light, dear friends, coming outside of time and space, coming down to be with you, and coming straight into your heart, dear friends. Take a deep breath. Once again, putting a hand to your heart, dear friends, coming back into this time and space, giving heartfelt and sincere thanks. I love myself, I love my life, I love what I understand, and I love what I am yet to discover about my own spiritual nature, dear friends. Take a deep breath. The heart knows, dear friends, what the mind struggles to believe. So you surrender the mind to the heart. You open the heart to source, to soul, to spirit, to your guides, guardians, teachers, and friends. Dear friends, as above, so below, as within, so without, above and below, to the left and right, before, behind, within, and all around. Dear friend, we bring down 7 stars through time and space to hold you in this vibration, to embrace you, to sustain you, to raise you up, to set you free, dear friends. Take a deep breath. Peace, 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 dear friends. Peace and blessings for you, for your loved ones, and for your beautiful awakening world. We'll meet again. Namaste. Thank you. Peace and blessings. Namaste.